From rainforest canopies to swamps, African savannas to deserts, the World Wildlife Fund has some unsettling news. 60% of wild animals, from fish to birds to mammals, have vanished since 1970. It is planet-wide, but South and Central America have been hardest hit, largely due to the destruction of habitat. It's just as bad in the water. Populations in freshwater ecosystems are down more than 80%. Scientists are calling this a new mass extinction. As Salima Shibji tells us, the losses are happening here, too.
At this hospital, turtles are the patients, relying on care from experts like Donnell Gasparini.
So this turtle was hit by a car, and so you can see she's got quite a bit of damage here. It's a fracture.
Serious injuries and ones she sees often. Turtles are vulnerable in a changing world dominated by humans.
They're losing their habitat, and then habitats that used to be continuous, used to all be one, are now having roads that go right through them. So they're trying to use the landscape in the same way that they have for years and years, and there's new obstacles in their way.
Roads and urban sprawl. That's why all 8 of Canada's freshwater turtle species are at risk of disappearing. Just some of the many wild animals experts are worried about as an increasing number of the world's wildlife vanishes. Also at risk, barren ground caribou in the north, the right whale on Canada's east coast, and southern resident killer whales to the west, down to just 74. Add that to what's happening in other parts of the world, and it's a severe portrait.
These are the types of declines that really only happen during massive extinction rates. So I think this is very troubling and a wake-up call.
Canada has signed on to a global convention to protect 17% of its land for the primary purpose of nature conservation. But it's an uphill road.
We've got provinces like Alberta and British Columbia, which are doing really well. On the other end of the spectrum, we've got some provinces that still have a lot to do in terms of meeting their protected areas goals. So PEI is at the end of the list there and is only at about 3% protection.
Back at the hospital, Gasparini feels like the report is a blow, but a necessary one.
The more people that know about it, the more people that can care about it and who can work in their own way, in their own lifestyle, in their home and work environments to make change.
Just as she's doing, one turtle at a time. Salima Shibji, CBC News, Toronto.